think the whole gang's here. All right, have my handy gavel. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting of the Wayne County Commission to order. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Each member is acknowledging that they are attending the meeting via Zoom and that they are located in Wayne County, Michigan, unless otherwise stated when I call your name. Commissioner Anderson,
Present.
Commissioner Basham,
Here.
Commissioner Clark-Coleman,
Here.
Commissioner Daub,
Here.
Commissioner Haddis,
Present.
Commissioner Killeen,
Right here.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Present.
Commissioner Kniezek,
Here.
Commissioner Marecki,
Here.
Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Here.
Commissioner Scott,
Present.
Commissioner Varga,
Present.
Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydoun,
Present.
Vice Chair Palomera,
Here.
Chair Bell.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you so much. Next item, please.
Invocation.
At this time, I'd like to turn the floor over to Commissioner Al Hayes for the purpose of the introduction of our invocator for this morning. Commissioner Hayes?
Thank you, Madam the Chair. It gives me great honor to introduce a friend who really I was lucky to have history in my political career with him from the beginning till now. Reverend Dr. Virgil Hume is a native of Detroit, Michigan. He's the husband of Dr. Valencia Humes, and I think she did on vacation for us one time in Detroit. Father to Dr. Tiffany Humes, Virgil Phillips Humes, Lauren Watterson, and Sean Heron. His background in science, engineering, management, and ministry resulted from his education with with Bachelor of Science degree from Morehouse College in Georgia Tech in Atlanta. Master degree from Central Michigan University, Mount Pleasant, Michigan. And Doctorate of Ministry degree from Ecumenical Theology Seminary in Detroit. His ministry began as the youth pastor at Pleasant Grove Baptist Church in Detroit. Dr. Hume was employed in the area of engineering and procurement at General Motor Corporation and Ford Motor Company, respectively, before transitioning to the pastorate of New Hope Baptist Church of Wayne, Michigan in 1990. Over the past 30 years, Pastor Hume has demonstrated tireless service to the New Hope family and community. His work have included growing the church from 75 members to over 2,000 members, responding courageously to the racial attack on the church in 1996, relocating the church, the congregation to the current location, Michigan Avenue location, and adding the adjacent former Burger King parcel to its footprint. In 2018, he led the congregation to purchase a second 50,000 square feet church, school, gymnasium campuses in Taylor, Michigan, to expand the ministry for worship and outreach. Pastor Humes is community-focused and dedicated to meeting the need of the people by his mission of finding people and keeping people by feeding people. I really feel I'm short-changed his history by not telling too many success story happened in Wayne under his leadership to that church. And I witnessed those. I have the honor to work with him. To me, introduce him today, it means a lot to me because we feel we on the same mission in different way. Religion and politics, two different way, but both should be have the unique mission as serving the people. And I hope we both be remembered one day as we did as our job well. I have the honor to introduce to you Reverend Dr. Virgil Hume.
Thank you, Commissioner Hayes, Commissioner Chair Alicia Bell, and commissioners, staff, and the guests in the Wayne County Commission meeting today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Greetings to each of you from the congregation and the friends of the New Hope Baptist Church here in Wayne, Michigan, and of Taylor, Michigan. First of all, may I extend my heartfelt condolences and thoughts and God's comfort upon this body and the recent deaths of your colleagues and our friends, Commissioner Joel Ware and Sheriff Benny Napoleon. It's my honor to be here at the invitation of my long-term friend, Commissioner Al Hayes of District 11 of Wayne County. And when I call Commissioner Hayes on the phone, he helps us as in any way possible, or he reaches out to check back on not only our church, but my family, our congregation, our community here in Wayne, Michigan. Thank you, Commissioner Hayes, for being the concerned citizen and representative of our community.
Thank you.
To the Wayne County Commission, thank you for your public service as agents of our county's 15 districts. With that, let's settle our hearts, if you will, for a moment of prayer for you and the business of Wayne County. Sovereign God of justice and mercy, thank you for the gift of another day of life and opportunity. As this meeting opens for business, we pray, Father, that you will please open this session with discussions, deliberations, and decisions of blessings and abundance for the people of this region. Give us clarity so that we can effectively tackle each part of today's agenda. Reveal problem areas, highlight the pros and cons, and show us the best solutions that will apply for win-win outcomes. Guide these elected officials and their respective staffs to be the leaders the people need and the stewards of your authority. Help all of us to see the humanity and dignity of all people. Give us a glad spirit of service. Enable us to think and strategize in ways that will achieve great results for the common good of private, public, and business interests. Lord, let the actions in this meeting be valuable to the aim of diversity, inclusion, and good governance of Wayne County's 43 communities and some 1.7 million residents, which is to build up and complement one another. We pray this prayer in the name of our Lord and our Savior, Jesus. Amen.
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 Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend, for being with us this morning. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Dr. Hume.
Thank you, Commissioner Hayes.
Okay, Madam Clerk, next item, please.
Reading, correcting, and approval of the journal.
Vice Chair Pro Tem Bedun,
Move for approval.
Support.
been moved and supported. Any discussion on the reading, correction, and approval of the journal? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Next item, please.
Report from the chair.
Okay, good morning, everyone, again. As we know, this is February and a few important things are recognized in this month of February. This is Black History Month, and I'm happy to say on February the 18th, we will have our Black History program, and that will be headed by Commissioner Jonathan Kinlock. Also, I am wearing red because it is Heart Month. And when we get to our resolutions, Commissioner Palomero will discuss further about the importance of our heart health. At this time, I would like to call upon Commissioner Basham for a special acknowledgement. Commissioner Basham?
Oh, thank you, Madam Chair. Well, this is a mixed day for me. It is the last week of an employee that worked in my office. I met him in church. Anyway, he worked on the campaign. He worked with me in the state Senate for a couple of terms. He's worked with me in the Wayne County Commission for 10 years. And if you haven't figured out who it is already, it's Brian Peters. And he's no relation to Gary Peters, U.S. Senator. But anyway, he's got a wife and 2 kids. He's been a phenomenal employee. Yeah, I would say that if he wasn't listening in, but he might be listening in. So, but anyway, Brian will be working for the Brownstown Township as administrator or something. And anyway, it's with mixed emotions that I wish him all the best in the future in his work with Brownstown. So thank you, Brian, for your service to the county.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Basham. Of course, as you said, it's bittersweet because Brian was such an asset to your office. Congratulations, Brian, and I think you're listening, so congratulations on your new position. You'll be thoroughly missed on the Wayne County Commission floor and with all of us. So again, congratulations, Brian. And I guess our loss is Browntown's gain. So it's so wonderful to have so many great, talented people moving on to bigger and greater things. So thank you, Brian, for your service, and hopefully you'll be okay, Commissioner Basham. All right.
We will try to survive. Thank you.
Thank you. Brian, I don't know if you are on the line, if you'd like to say a word.
Sure, I am on the line. I just appreciate the opportunity to have spent these 10 years with the commission. It's been a lot to learn, a lot of people to meet. I really appreciate all the relationships I've been able to have with staff members, with people in leadership across the county, and I just appreciate the support over the years, and am looking forward to other things. But as soon as we have issues in Brownstown that require some assistance from the county, I'll be back. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Brian. You'll definitely be missed, but congratulations and good luck in your new position. All right, that's all that I have. Next item, please.
Unfinished business, there is none listed. We are moving to page 2 of the agenda, offering up all petitions, ordinances, resolutions, and presentations. There is one resolution listed, a resolution by Commissioners Bell and Palomero recognizing February 5th, 2021 as National Wear Red Day in Wayne County to raise awareness about the risk for heart disease and strokes.
Okay, Vice Chair Palomero.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In the past, this resolution honoring Heart Month in February was sponsored by our beloved colleague, Jewel Ware. Unfortunately, 2 months ago, Jewel passed away due to a heart condition, which is extremely unfortunate and ironic. And in today's resolution, if you read it, it talks a lot about the impact of women in their heart health. And I would also just like to share a story about a man I know. As much attention has been placed on COVID, and rightfully so, over the past year, we can't forget about other health issues, including heart health. I know this person a year ago who had high blood pressure and high cholesterol, and his doctor gave him the option of going on meds or in a lifestyle change, and the patient chose to just do a lifestyle change and not take the meds. And quite frankly, they didn't do the lifestyle change that they said they would do. And a year later, this past fall, they wound up with a heart attack. And a procedure later, have 4 stents in their heart that saved their life. And now they're doing that lifestyle change and taking those meds. So I say that as just a gentle reminder to all of us. Follow your doctor's orders when they suggest, unless you're going to do a lifestyle change, go on the meds, do the exercise, eat right, be right. Times are tough right now maintaining our health. And we don't need to lose any more people to heart conditions. And I appreciate the opportunity, Madam Chair, to sponsor this resolution today. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Palomero, and thank you for sharing that story. It's so common that many people are given that choice, and we all have great intentions of doing lifestyle changes, but sometimes we fall a little short. But I think it's so important that we acknowledge the importance of heart health, as you stated before. Even though we're going through COVID right now, taking care of ourselves is so vitally important despite COVID. So thank you for that. This is something that is so important, especially for women, because as you stated before, our dear colleague Drew Ware, even just recently with 36th District Court, Penny Millender, even with a judge over also Humphreys, there's been so many deaths, unfortunately, by women of heart disease just in our community. So it's so very important that we take care of ourselves. So thank you for this resolution. I see Commissioner Dobbs' hand is up. Commissioner Dobbs.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Commissioner Palomero, would you be open to, or would you open this resolution to co-sponsors?
Of course. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. It's been moved. Was there support?
Support Haddis.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion on the item?
Madam Chair, I'm not sure if this is the right time, I'd like to be added on as a co-sponsor.
Yes, sir. We'll do the initial vote and then I'll open up the board for co-sponsors after the initial vote. Thank you, sir. Any other discussion on this resolution? Okay, all in favor of the resolution, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Motion carries.
Okay, now we will open it up for co-sponsors. Anyone wishing to co-sponsor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone not wishing to co-sponsor, please say aye. Anyone wishing to abstain from co-sponsoring? Okay, it looks like we have all commissioners are going to be co-sponsors of this resolution.
Co-sponsors duly noted.
All right, thank you very much. And again, I know it's a cold outside, but move. Try to walk around the house like I do when I'm on conference calls. I just walk in circles. So everyone just remember to move and eat healthy and take care of ourselves. We all want to be here as long as we can. So thank you, Commissioner Palomero. Next item, please.
We're going to go to page 12 of the agenda, the new business item.
Yes.
There's one item listed requesting commission approval of a comparable source contract between the Charter County of Wayne and J.F. Brennan Company, not to exceed $9,334,055 for foundation rehabilitation work on Grosse Ile Parkway Bridge over the Trenton Channel in Grosse Ile Township.
Okay, thank you so much. This is an important item to many people who are on our call today. So I want to move this up so we can have a discussion on it first. I'll first turn it over to Vice Chair Palomero before we ask for the administration to discuss this further. Vice Chair Palomero.
Thank you again, Madam Chair. Actually, I'm wearing red today for a dual purpose. Not only is it National Wear Red Day tomorrow, and in recognition of Heart History Month, red is also the school colors of Grosse Ile. So, and I believe there's a considerable amount of interest in this issue. To say that the bridge, the Grosse Ile Parkway Bridge being out since May of last year has been a hardship to Grosse Ile residents and others who use that bridge would be a vast understatement. It's been actually quite brutal for many. But today is an important day in the COG to get those repairs underway that will safely fix that structure. I want to thank Warren Evans and the administration and DPS Director Beverly Watts for their high priority on getting this fixed safely and promptly. I also want to thank you, Chair Bell, and our clerk, Pam Lane Fordham, for having our staff take this matter up expeditiously to review these over 100 pages in materials and supporting documents to get it on our agenda today. Today's our turn to do our job, and hopefully you will join me in supporting this emergency repair, and hopefully this bridge will be open and running again sometime in September. With that, Madam Chair, I'd like to turn it over to DPS Director Beverly Watts for further elaboration on the project. Thank you very much. Oh, and I also would like to move support of the item.
Okay, it's been moved, supported. Commissioner Basham, before I go to Director Watts, Commissioner Basham, I see your hand.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Downriver is unique in a number of different ways. One of the unique things about Downriver is having communities like Grosse Ile. It's one of the safest communities to live in the state, and actually in the country. It's very safe, but it's not just about being safe. You want people to live there that, you know, housing appreciates on Grosse Ile. I mean, it's just, they have good services on Grosse Ile. But the problem is there's two ways to get on the island, and one of them is a private bridge, one of them is a public crossing, and people pay pretty heavy taxes on Grosse Ile. And a lot of them, and it's even not in my district, but have expressed it to me, they actually are a little bit more than upset with it seems like the delay, but it is the public bridge is a unique bridge. It was made a long time ago, and to get the parts and to do the repairs takes some extensive work, extensive planning, extensive engineering. I applaud Commissioner Palmera for fighting as hard as he can fight on behalf of his district. And so I'm absolutely in full support plus for this project to move it forward as fast as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner, for those comments. Commissioner Baidoon.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, I'm in full support of this item. And the residents of Grosse Ile obviously deserve to have more than one access into the island. When Director Watts comes on, I'd like to just ask a quick question. This major repair, how many years of life will be given to this bridge? What's the life expectancy of this bridge after this major repair?
Okay. Okay, seeing no other hands right now for discussion, I'm going to turn it over to Director Watts, and then that may spark some additional questions. Director Watts, are you on with us?
Yes, I am. Good morning, Madam Chair.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Thank you for that opening, Commissioner Palmera. You've been a partner with us on this journey as we continue to try to get this very, very, very one of our oldest bridges that we have here in Wayne County. As everyone knows, we have approximately over 300 bridges that we are responsible for maintaining. This bridge here is unique and more complex than any other bridge Wayne County owns. Just to put in perspective, this bridge was constructed probably in the 1930s. It's over water. The piers, for example, we can talk more about that. Those materials are not even being manufactured anymore. So this bridge is very complex. To put this in perspective, also to let you know how unique this bridge is, since 2018, our department has replaced at least 9 bridges in Wayne County. We're going to replace, not repair, 6 more this year. So that tells you that this is unique, very unique than any other bridge we have. It's not like we haven't been planning. We have. We really feel the hardship of all the residents on Grosse Ile. We have done everything in our power, especially under this administration. I really want to applaud the commissioners, but really my boss, Warren Evans, who is very involved in this bridge and all of our infrastructure. Each time myself and engineers went to him, we wanted to make sure we had the funding. We redirected. He made sure that we had the funding to secure to do the repairs to this bridge. We did not want to cause any hardship to the residents of Grosse Ile when it comes to this bridge. However, the reality of this bridge and things that occurred before I became director and Mr. Evans became county exec, quite frankly, this bridge was already on life support. So that's what we've been dealing with ever since I've been in this seat, dealing with trying to make the repairs to this bridge, to the superstructure and to the piers. Things didn't always go according to plan when you bid things out, trying to get planning, trying to get designs. We bid it out twice. You really didn't have companies that really want to bid because this is a complex issue. A lot of risk is involved. So we had to go back to the drawing board. Meanwhile, we upped the inspections. We're not required to have this bridge inspected, but every 2 years. But because we knew the condition of this bridge, we upped it. We inspected these piers and this superstructure every 6 months, because safety was remaining our #1 priority for the residents here. We don't like that we had to have hardship to them. We definitely do not, the criticism, we take it, we keep diligent. The remarks of people who say Wayne County doesn't care, our department doesn't care, we keep focused. I told the team to stay focused, let's get the job done, get the repairs done, let's get the planning done. Because the bottom line is, I'd rather the residents here now, they're angry, but I'd rather that they're here now to give us criticism than that bridge falling down and something catastrophic happen that has happened across the country. You've seen with bridges and aging infrastructure. So I won't go back too much in the past. I just want to say I applaud my entire team, all the engineers, even to MDOT, who's been diligently for the last 3 years working and planning, looking at the drawings, detail, trying to bid out to get this bridge repaired, to get it back to its residents. I'm so glad today that at least we're here now. We have located and found a company that we know has experience, that can repair the piers. And even we had the superstructure. I want to make sure everybody know, we closed the bridge last May because we did construction to I call it the superstructure. That's the deck. That's not the piers or what we're here for today. That work was almost 90% done when the routine scheduled inspection was performed in November, and then they found out the piers had accelerated and deteriorated faster than anyone had expected. So we had to stop them, and they were only about 3.5 weeks away from completing the superstructure, pull them off the bridge for their safety. So that's where we were in November. So that's why we said now we have to go ahead and get the piers. We have to do emergency, go get a company, let's do the research again, because if everybody remember, our last inspection didn't show fast deterioration. We were going to do the piers working with MDOT and Federal Highway because they were going to give us financial funding to work on fix the piers in 2022. This is how much of a priority this was to us when we obtained the inspection report in November to show that the piers had deteriorated. We made a decision because had we still received the money that was going to help us repair the piers from federal government, this bridge would have stayed closed to 2022. So we are 100% Wayne County, redirecting our resources and priorities. We're taking on paying for the repairs of these, the repairs to the piers right now in order to get this bridge open this year in the fall. Because we do not want the residents to continue to only have one way in and one way off of that bridge and continuously have to pay. So I'm here, I'm glad today that this is here. We're gonna have, hopefully, everyone will support this contract. The Brennan Company, their experience, they have a schedule in the contract. We hopefully, if as soon as this contract is approved, they're off to the races, getting the materials, doing the design, beginning construction in April of this year. And hopefully everything goes well. The repairs will be completed by September. But I want to caution everyone too, we still have to get our other contractor back up there to finish that 3.5 week worth of work. And they would do that hopefully concurrently with Brennan. So by the time these piers are repaired in September, we can open this bridge hopefully by October 1st. And that is our goal. So again, I want to thank everyone involved, but more importantly, I want to thank the leadership of Grosse Ile and the residents who understandably are upset. but their patience. And I just want to let them know that they can have the faith in our county team, that we will continue to work until we safely return this bridge back to the residents and it's open to the public. So at that time, we can entertain questions. Brennan representatives are here as well, and our team is here as well. So we will respond to any questions anyone has about this contract.
Can you answer? Thank you for that very thorough explanation, Director Watts. We appreciate all the hard work your team has done to get us to this point. Can you answer Commissioner Baydoun's question, or someone from your team, about the longevity once the fixes are in place and once everything is rebuilt?
Yes, absolutely, Madam Chair. Through the chair, the consultants have told us once the repairs are done to the piers, and once our contractor has completed the needed repairs to the superstructure, we're told this bridge will have anywhere between a 20 to 30 year life. 20 to 30 year life. So that is good news. But I also want to let everyone know that Wayne County will not stop. We will not stop doing the routine inspections. We still will do the required maintenance, because if you do the maintenance, we hopefully won't get back in this scenario again. But also it's going to give us the needed time to find the funding that's needed to replace this bridge. And quite honestly, it's going to take anywhere between $90 to $100 million for a new bridge. And so that's going to allow us time to find all the resources that we have working with the state and the federal government to come up with that funding for when the bridge needs to be replaced. But the good news to answer the question is, when both sets of repairs are done, superstructure and the piers, we're told anywhere between a 20 to 30 year life.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Does this project take away from other projects that were planned?
Through the chair, this project will not take away from any projects that was planned this year, and primarily won't take away from any projects most next year. But I want to caution that I can't guarantee that we will not have to shift priorities. Reason being, because we're only dealing with one pot of money. Until we get extra money, like a stimulus package or anything from the state or the federal government, we're still dealing with the same amount of money that we receive. So quite naturally, we will continue to have to shift our priorities when it comes to safety of our infrastructure. So absolutely, like I said, we had to forego the federal participation funding for the repairs because of and due to the deterioration of these piers. So absolutely, we had to put 100% of all of our resources there. So of course we had to shift priority. So to answer your question, probably yes, we will have to shift priorities on some projects that we were going to have to cover the cost. But I don't want to just single out and just say because of this bridge, because we would do it all through the county based upon our aging infrastructure when safety is a priority. Whether it's from Grosse Hill to Grosse Point, if something shifts on the east side, what requires our attention right now because infrastructure is so bad, we have to shift our priorities because number one is safety. But right now, I can't tell you for sure which projects or if any projects will be affected in 2022. I can just tell you none were affected in 2021.
Thank you.
Well,
thank you. I'll go to Vice Chair Palomera, then Commissioner Kinlock, and then Commissioner Dobb.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you again, Beverly, for your thorough explanation. I just want to remind all the people who are participating in today's virtual meeting that in early March, there will be a virtual town hall on this issue with Grosse Hill Township officials and the Department of Public Service and Brennan, should the contract be approved today, to answer all the questions that residents may have about all aspects of the bridge repair. So that will be set for early March, and there will be a more thorough, deeper dig into all of the questions that the public may have at that time. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Vice Chair. Commissioner Kinlock.
Yes, thank you, Chair Bell. I just wanted to commend Ms. Watts and her team, along with the other department executives and individuals who participated and making sure that we were able to address this concern. I think it's great that we're dealing with this right now. And of course, and unfortunately, we have to probably put off some additional, it may impact some other projects. But this is absolutely, as Ms. Watts said, a public safety and a general welfare concern. So it's absolutely necessary. And I'm glad it's about time that we're able to take this action.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Dobb?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm sorry, Director Watts, there was an inspector in the past who was faking the inspection reports. I believe they were just copying and pasting previous year's reports and not actually doing the inspection, from what I understand. How can the public be, how can we assure the public that this is not going to happen again? What processes are going to be put in place so that the public will know that the bridge is actually being inspected each year and that no one's taking shortcuts like there was in the past?
Through the chair, thank you for the question. And then I can't get into any specifics in the past because that, if there was an issue that occurred, that was handled by HR, which is a personnel matter. But what I can tell you since that time, what we did, we had consultants. At the time that question came up, we wanted to know whether it was true or not. So basically what we did, all of the inspections that any of them, at the time we had just 2 individuals for Wayne County, so you're not talking about a whole team was inspecting, so it's 2 individuals. Any inspections that occurred under the 2 individuals, whether others proved it was factual or not, we had emergency procurement to get 5 consultants in 2017. And we had them specifically go out and look at all of the inspection reports that those 2 individuals had conducted, employees of Wayne County. And we continue to have those consultants to this day. So that's the insurance that we have. And they reviewed all of them, all of the inspection reports. And by the way, Grosse Ile Bridge, it was not one of them.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any additional questions from commissioners? I have a quick question, Beverly. You mentioned about the funding that we were going to get from the federal government in 2022. Will we still get that funding in 2022?
Let me get a clarification. We were going to get the funding now, but the work wouldn't have begun construction until 2022. For that reason, in order to receive the funding support from the federal government, construction would not have occurred until 2022. Originally, we were okay with that because the bridge could have opened after the work to the superstructure was concluded. However, and we would continue on every 6 months with the inspection of the piers. However, when we got the latest report in November of the condition of the piers, that the condition had accelerated, that option was no longer an option because we had this bridge closed until the fall of 2022. And Wayne County, we could not continue to do that to the residents of Grosse Ile. So we forego that. We changed our priorities because safety was first, and we want to put our resources. And so we said we have to pay 100% for the repairs that's needed to these piers in order to get this bridge open in the fall of 2021, opposed to the fall of 2022.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And I'll just say one other thing before I turn it over to Commissioner Hayes for a question. A few weeks ago, Director Watts and I participated in a fireside chat with Transportation Secretary Buttigieg, and he has fond memories of Michigan, and we were able to ask him a few pointed questions. So I am hopeful that with this administration, that infrastructure will be a top priority so that we can assist in the many road projects, many bridge projects that we have. It's good to have a slight finger in the door for the Department of Transportation moving forward to assist us in all of the infrastructure needs that we so desperately need and that we have here in Wayne County. Commissioner Hayes?
Thank you, Madam the Chair, and thank you, Mrs. Watts. I know in 2015, I was new commissioner in a new administration, and I find out we both, the commission and the administration, inherit bridges, road deteriorated. And in my opinion, a lot of it was lack of maintenance and keep up with the deterioration. But that was already in the past, and the new administration under Warren C. Evans came in and faced the problem and start to deal with it in an excellent way. And I know there are a lot of accomplishments since 2015 till now. Can you tell us a little bit about how we go into the future and those projects we already fixed? What's the maintenance and what we doing to prevent what happened in the past to increase the life expectancy of those good work you did?
Okay, through the chair, and thank you, Commissioner Haddis. That is an excellent question. Two things that we learned once I inherited this and Mr. Evans and this administration. What we wanted to do, we realized that there wasn't a dedicated, plan. DPS and the road fund, you have a budget, but you have that budget just going to take care of the roads, and it's going to take care of your drains, it's going to take care of your bridges. What I did is we instituted, allocated some funding to have a direct budget that only addresses dedicated to our bridges. That's one thing I immediately did. Second, I want to make sure that we stayed on schedule. That's according to federal highway rules and regulations, and even MDOT. And even the bridges that were not requiring inspections, I made sure that we have inspections. So we have dedicated. We have consultants now that help us. We didn't have that in the past. We want to go out and establish an asset management plan. As this honorable body, thank you for approving that. We have a consultant now helping us develop a 10-year asset management plan that will now identify for us and tell us how we can do preventative maintenance. Because you're absolutely correct. You have to do preventative maintenance just like you would do in an automobile. Do preventative maintenance and not wait until the vehicle totally breaks down, because you're going to be spending at least double the money or 3 times the money. So now we have a company since 2018 when we put out an RFP that's helping us develop that 10-year asset management plan. So we have all those facets in place now. To go answer your question, just to recap, we've directed specifically for bridges. We went out now, we got consultants now that help us inspect these bridges and help us repair these bridges. And we've retained a company now to help us develop a 10-year asset management plan, which includes a whole plan just featured on preventative maintenance. So those are the 3 things that we have put in place that was never in place prior to this administration.
My last thing, it's a comment, it's not a question, is I know how painful is the construction season, especially on bridges. When you close bridge to fix it, it's short time pain for long-term happiness and no disturbance to the traffic. I really urge the resident in my district and Grosse Ile district is to have little patience, because we in a process to end those painful situations. We need to work together to be successful in the future. And I'm saying that from experience. I went through a lot of painful situation in my previous political career and this one on the commission. But, they said no pain, no gain. And this pain here now closing the bridge to put new bridge or fix the bridge, it's a good pain. So I want to thank you, Mrs. Watt, thank the administration, and keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Beydoun?
Yeah, Madam Chair, just one more thing. While we're talking about bridges, I couldn't let this opportunity pass without mentioning the Miller Bridge in Dearborn. And I know this is on top of the county's priority list, As you know, Beverly Watts and Andy and I traveled to Washington last year, and as the county applied for a federal grant to replace the Miller Bridge, and we never received. We were not the successful recipient, if you will. But Beverly, are there any plans to do something similar where we travel to Washington? We have a new administration right now. Hopefully, we might have something different for this area. Are there any plans to apply for any federal grants to replace any of these badly needed repairs on the bridges or the replacements?
Right. Through the chair, absolutely, Commissioner Baydoun, and especially in particular with Miller Bridge, I let you know we are resubmitting. We're submitting that application for the Miller Bridge for the IMPRA grant again this year. Originally, they had put the date out of early March for the deadline, but they just pulled it back and changed because, as you know, they have a new director now that was approved. So we are definitely applying, resubmitting that application for Miller Bridge because our first go round at it, we kind of received a good score of 95. So that's pretty good for that bridge. So we're going to go back at it again. You will be hearing, we're going to call a meeting of all our stakeholders in the next couple of weeks to really get that planning and fine tune that planning with all our stakeholders for assistance when we submit that application in March.
Good, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any additional commissioners willing to discuss this item? Okay, hearing none, we do have a motion and support. At this time, I will ask for a vote. All in favor, roll call vote. I'm sorry, let's do a roll call vote. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Dobb,
Yes.
Commissioner Hattis,
Yes.
Commissioner Killeen,
All right.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Kniezek,
Yes.
Commissioner Marecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydoun,
Yes.
Vice Chair Palomero,
Yes.
Chair Bell,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Vice Chair Palomero?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And from the bottom of my heart, in the hearts of all Groseal residents and Downriver people, thank you, colleagues, for approving this measure today. We are extremely grateful and look forward to the work being done as soon as possible. Thanks again to everybody who's a part of this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Palomero, and thanks to all of your residents who I know are on the Zoom today for Zooming in with us. And please, as the Vice Chair stated, there'll be a town hall meeting in March, so please participate in that as well. Thank you all so much. Next item, we'll go back to the top of the agenda, next item on the agenda.
We'll go back to page 2 of the agenda, reports from committees. Report A is from the Committee on Economic Development. There are 3 items listed.
Commissioner Hayes?
I move to receive and file 1 and 2 and approve item 3.
Support.
Okay, it's been moved and supported to receive and file 1 and 2 and approve item 3. Any discussion on this report? Any discussion on this report? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Dobb,
Yes.
Commissioner Hattis,
Yes.
Commissioner Killeen,
All right.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Kniezek,
Yes.
Commissioner Marecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydoun,
Yes.
Vice Chair Palomero,
Yes.
Chair Bell,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Next item, please.
We're moving to report B from the Committee on Public Services. There are 6 items listed on pages 3 and 4 of the agenda.
Commissioner Marecki?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move for approval, items 1 through 6.
Madam the Chair, with the permission, the committee chair, I like to be the motion maker for 1 and 2.
Of course.
Okay, is there support?
Support.
Anderson.
Okay, it's been moved for the Public Services Committee report. Any discussion on these items? Any discussion on items 1 through 6? Okay. Hearing and seeing none. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Daub,
Yes.
Commissioner Hattis,
Yes.
Commissioner Killeen,
Aye.
Commissioner Knizik,
Yes.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Marecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydoun,
Yes.
Vice Chair Palomera,
Yes.
Chair Bell,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you so much. Next item, please.
We're moving to report C from the Committee on Ways and Means. There are 5 items listed on pages 4 and 5 of the agenda.
Okay, Commissioner Varga.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the entire report.
Support.
Moved and supported for the Ways and Means report. Is there any discussion on the items on the Ways and Means report? Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Daub,
Yes.
Commissioner Hattis,
Yes.
Commissioner Killeen,
Aye.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Knizik,
Yes.
Commissioner Marecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydoun,
Yes.
Vice Chair Palomera,
Yes.
Chair Bell,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Okay. Next item.
We're moving to report D from the Committee on Health and Human Services. There are 5 items listed on pages 5 and 6 of the agenda.
Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Madam Chair, I'd like to move to receive and file items 1 through 5. And most of these items have to do with emergency funding for COVID-related items. However, I just wanted to say that we are imploring the state to provide more vaccines to Wayne County. I believe this week we got an increase of about 4,000 more. We have about this week we got about 8,700 vaccines, but we need way more than that. And so I am and have reached out to the state to provide more because we got to do more. So again, I move to receive and file 1 through 5.
Is there support?
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the Health and Human Services report. Any discussion on these items? Commissioner Kinlock?
Yes, Madam Chair, I'm sure all of you all have seen in the media where the governor did, where the county executive did communicate with the governor as it relates to the number of vaccines that have been allocated to Wayne County. Also, I do know that you also have weighed in on that on that concern, and I definitely wanted to note and have it for the record to state that both I commend the executive as well as your concerns that you all raised as it relates to those allocations.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I think the state is hearing us loud and clear that we need more vaccines because we are obviously the largest county in the state. with a population that is in desperate need to getting those vaccinations. So we have reached out and they have heard us, and I'm sure they will comply with our requests. Thank you. Any additional comments, discussion on the Health Human Services report? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Anderson? Commissioner Anderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Basham?
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman?
Yes.
Commissioner Daub?
Yes.
Commissioner Hattis?
Yes.
Commissioner Killeen?
Aye.
Commissioner Kinlock?
Yes.
Commissioner Knizik?
Yes.
Commissioner Morecki?
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Yes.
Commissioner Scott?
Yes.
Commissioner Barga?
yes,
Vice Chair Pro Tem Doon?
Yes.
Vice Chair Palomero?
Yes.
Chair Bell?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. All right, next item, please.
We are on page 7 of the agenda, Report E from the Committee on Audit. There are 2 items listed.
Commissioner Basham.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, I have 2 items to, I would move to receive and file at this time.
Support.
Okay, it's been moved and supported for the 2 items on the audit report to receive and file. If it's okay, I will take a voice vote for these items. So all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Anyone wish to abstain?
Motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioner Basham. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next item, please.
We are on Report F from the Committee on Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security. There are 11 items listed on pages 7 through 10 of the agenda.
Commissioner Clark Coleman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to ask that you receive and file item number 1 and 2. And then I move approval of items 3 through 11.
Support.
Okay, it's been moved and supported. Items from the Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security report. Any discussion on any of these items? Discussion, any items?
I think that Commissioner Kinlock mentioned in committee that he wanted to be the maker of the motion on one of those items. Am I correct?
Yes, I believe was it 2 and 9?
I'm not sure, but if that's what it is, let's see.
Could you scroll back down? Number 2 is
No, wouldn't be number 2.
not 2.
I think it was probably the maybe what's 4? No, let's see. Yeah, was it 4? Jonathan?
Detroit Rescue Missions.
Yes, it was. It was 4. Yeah, 4, and then I think it was 9.
Okay.
9. Let's see what 9 looks like. Okay, wait, hold it. Let's see.
That was a grant agreement.
Okay.
Well, we know it was at least 4, so we'll mark Commissioner Kinlock as the maker of the motion for 4.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Duly noted.
Thank you. Any further discussion on the public safety report? Okay, hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Anderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Basham?
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman?
Yes.
Commissioner Daub?
Yes.
Commissioner Hattis?
Yes.
Commissioner Killeen?
Aye.
Commissioner Kinlock?
Yes.
Commissioner Knizik?
Yes.
Commissioner Morecki?
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Yes.
Commissioner Scott?
Yes.
Commissioner Barga?
yes,
Vice Chair Pro Tem Doon?
Yes.
Vice Chair Palomero?
Yes.
Chair Bell?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Next item.
We are on report G from the Committee on Government Operations. There are 5 items listed on pages 10 and 11 of the agenda.
Commissioner Dobb.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move items 1 and 2 for receive and file, and items 3 through 5 for approval.
Okay, there's support. Okay, it's been moved and supported. Any discussion on the items from the Government Operations Report?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Basham.
Thank you. Item number 4 and item number 5 are retroactive. So I abstained in committee. I would like to also abstain on these items in front of us today. 4 and 5 only.
4 and 5.
Yes.
That it's improvement from abstained and vote no on retroactive.
Yes, it is. And just to be clear, we're abstaining on 4 and 5, Commissioner Basham, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes, except 4 and 5.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Dobb,
Yes.
Commissioner Hattis,
Yes.
Commissioner Killeen,
Aye.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Knizik,
Yes.
Commissioner Marecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Varga,
yes,
Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydoun,
Yes.
Vice Chair Palomera,
Yes.
Chair Bell.
Yes.
Motion carries, and I have Commissioner Basham as abstaining on items 4 and 5.
Thank you so much. Next item.
We are moving to report H on page 11 from the Committee on Senior Citizens and Veteran Affairs. There is 1 item listed.
Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For the 1 item, I'd like to have it received and filed, please.
Support.
Okay. Moved and supported to receive and file the burial benefit item. Because we have 1 item here, I'll entertain a roll call vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Anyone wish to abstain?
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Upcoming committee and task force meetings are listed on pages 11 and 12 of the agenda.
Okay, everyone, please note the upcoming meetings for next week. If there are any changes, please alert the clerk. Next item.
Public comments.
Okay, do you have any comments that were received to your email, Madam Clerk?
I did receive a comment.
Could you please read that into the record?
Dear Wayne County Commissioners, my name is Greg Karsmazen. I am writing to you on behalf of the Grosse Ile Civic Association Board of Directors, on which I am a member. The GICA commends the Wayne County Department of Public Services for developing a maintenance plan for the Wayne County Parkway Bridge, which we have heard will enable the span to be reopened for vehicle traffic before the end of 2021. As we are sure the Wayne County Commission knows, this bridge is vitally important lifeline for Grosse Ile residents and businesses, as well as the preferred route for residents and businesses throughout downriver that regularly travel to the island. The GICA strongly urges the Wayne County Commission to approve the proposed contract for this maintenance plan, which is on your agenda today as new business. The GICA does, however, have concerns that we wish to bring to the attention of the Commission. In March 2020, Wayne County's consulting engineer, WSP Michigan Inc., published a report for Wayne County officials that estimated the complete repair of the 6 support piers built between 1930 and 1931 on the foundations for the 1873 Railroad Bridge would cost approximately $12,290,000 to repair. This report did not recommend immediate repairs for the 5 support piers completely built between 1930 and 31, despite past underwater inspection reports by a different Wayne County consulting engineer recommending fixes be performed on them. In June of 2020, another Wayne County consulting engineer, Great Lakes Engineering Group LLC conducted an underwater inspection of the support piers that rated all 11 in fair to poor condition while recommending specific repair work be performed on each structure. The GICA would like to know if the proposed maintenance contract will direct Wayne County's contractors to make repairs to only the 6 support piers built on the 1873 Railroad Bridge foundations or all 11 support piers. If only 6 support piers are being fixed by this maintenance contract, when will the other 5 support piers rated in fair to poor condition be repaired? In that regard, the GICA has read media reports that the Michigan Department of Transportation Chief Bridge Engineer believes the proposed maintenance plan will extend the service life of the span by about 10 years, while Wayne County Department of Public Services officials have said this fix is good for additional 20 to 30 years. Why is there apparently not a consensus between MDOT and Wayne County officials about how long the maintenance plan will extend the service life of the bridge? Thank you for your consideration and your time.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Do you have any other public comments that were emailed to you?
No, I do not.
Okay. At this time, if there's anyone on the line, on Zoom or on the telephone that would like to give public comments at this time, you'll have 2 minutes. Is there anyone on Zoom or on the telephone that would like to give public comments at this time?
May I speak, Chair Bell?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I've spoken before you all before. My name's Kyle DeBose. I'm an 8th generation resident of Grosse Ile. Before this meeting, I emailed you all a 1,700 plus person petition of different folks. It's the fastest I've ever seen that many people sign on to a petition. And if you're able, I encourage you all to read through some of the personal comments that people wrote, because I think they give a full sense of the perspective of different people on the Grosse Ile Parkway Bridge, which doesn't just affect residents, as I know you all know, but a lot of downriver communities. Really grateful to you all for taking the vote that you did, for your comments. I think I know you all have felt some of the negative ones as well. I think with reason, of course, there's a lot of frustration, a lot of harm that's been done since this bridge has been shut down. I hope you all feel that I think part of what's going on here is just a lack of trust that's built up over time. The last time that the bridge was closed, a promise was made that it'd be open 20 or 30 years. And of course, 10 years later, there were issues. So I hear you all and have confidence myself of what you all are saying, that this fix will keep things open for 20 to 30 years, and commit to working to find that funding at the federal and state level for a longer term fix. I hope that we all can just work together to continue to rebuild that trust moving forward. I heard that there's that public meeting in March. I'll do my best to be there and encourage folks to be there in a productive and good way. Yeah, just again, thank you all, and look forward to continuing to be here with you all and as best as I can as a citizen and through the folks that I've tried to kind of bring together and communicate with you all in a good way. So thank you again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your comment.
Madam
Yes,
Chair?
Yes.
Yes, this is Supervisor Budney at Grosse Ile. First of all, I certainly want to thank the commission for voting as they did. I want to call out especially Commissioner Palmera. Joe, thanks for everything you've done on this project. I want to thank County Executive Evans for his help on it, but I really cannot say enough good things about Mrs. Watts and her team. They have been a great partner. We certainly realize here at the township that this is Wayne County's bridge. It certainly affects our community. We are building a great relationship with them, and they've been nothing but helpful, communicative with us. We have our weekly meetings, and I can't thank them enough for that. And I really want Wayne County to know how much this administration here on Grosse Ile appreciates them and thank them for what they're doing, and look forward to helping them in the future.
Thank you, Supervisor, for your comments today. Thank you so much. Any additional public comments? Any additional public comments for anyone on Zoom or on the telephone? And everybody is unmuted, correct?
Chairperson Bell, this is Ed Nykel. I'm a resident of Grosse Ile for about 60 years. And I did put some comments in when I signed a petition that Kyle Dubusse had circulated yesterday, and put some thought to this. I know that a lot of good thinking has been put into this, and determining what to do going forward. There's not a lot of options, I suppose, but I just wanted on the record that, you know, and unfortunately I had to leave for a little bit and hear a lot of what was said, and I was in a call that came in and I had to take. But my points would be, you know, the 6 piers that are being shored up or reinforced are the original ones, I believe, from the 1800s when the railroad trestle was built and put in place. And they're clearly the ones that obviously were done well in order to last as long as they have, but they're way beyond their usefulness. Shoring those up is only part of the puzzle. And now I understand from hearing from the director that it's 20 to 30, maybe 30 years. These are all guesses that we can maybe get life out of the bridge, safe travel on that bridge. No one really knows. I don't know how the county allocates funds, and if it ever has, I don't know if the proper term would be a sinking fund or some kind of a capital fund that money be placed into so that there's funds for actual replacement of piers, because this is just a temporary thing, really. If it'll get us 30 years, that would be great, but that may be just wishful thinking. There's the other 5 piers that were placed there in the 1930s when the bridge was really made for automotive traffic, and how long those are going to last, and were those as built as well as the ones in the 1800s? I don't know. I mean, obviously there's been studies done. Somebody's gone under the water and looked at this, but I just would ask that there be some planning, that money could be allocated, put aside, and placed into funding for future, I'm sure, necessary repairs that are going to come back, going to come forward for us, that we have to be concerned about.
Thank you, Mr. Nichol. That's your 2 minutes. I appreciate you coming on with us. And please, if you're able to attend Commissioner Vice Chair's town hall meeting in March, that would be great.
I will. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you. Additional comments, additional public comments? Anyone on the telephone or on the Zoom? You have 2 minutes. Anyone else? Public comments? All right, thank you all. You can mute everyone back, please. Thank you. Next item, please.
We are on testimonial resolutions and certificates of appreciation. There are 4 items listed on pages 12 and 13 of the agenda.
Okay. Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to recognize 2 Wayne County employees for their outstanding work. Tracy McAllister, she is the Chief Assistant Corporate Counsel for Wayne County. She has served for over 25 years. And Shirley Prickcorn, she is a disability manager for over 15 years. You know, and most of the commissioners know that One of the resolutions that I push every year during October is the National Disability Employment Month resolution that supports Wayne County in its effort to hire and also sustain those with disabilities in employment, and to celebrate those that have disabilities, their contribution to Wayne County. And so these two individuals, these two employees, have gone over and beyond what their jobs call for in servicing our employees during this COVID pandemic. So I just wanted to recognize both of them. I delivered, or they even may have picked up the certificates or their awards for the work that they're doing, for again, going above and beyond. And so I just want to thank both of you for your patience and your thoughtfulness for serving the employees of Wayne County. It's not an easy job, and we know it. And we just want to acknowledge you today. So thank you again for all that you do.
Hi, Commissioner, can I say a couple words?
Sure.
Thank you. I just wanted to thank Commissioner Baker McCormick for initiating this, and I think it came from either one of her constituents or somebody who was in contact with her. So
yes, actually, she's on the line, Rosemary Reed, who nominated you guys and just said what a phenomenal job that you both have done. So
really, we do, Shirley and myself, I'm sure I can speak for her, I really appreciate this. As you indicated, we've both been here a long time. I do appreciate the fact that you are working for national disability issues, Commissioner, and the whole commission. And as you rightfully said, it is a tough position sometimes. I mean, sometimes working in claims, particularly disability, you're often not rewarded or acknowledged. There's no big case you won for the county or money you brought back to the county. And for claims that we deny for whatever reason, whether it's work comp or LTD or FMLA, we have unhappy claimants or our employees. However, I think Shirley and I working as a team, along with our third-party administrators, I know the commission has passed their contracts in the past. That's Mackinac and ReviewWorks. I think we've done a really good job in conducting really fair investigations and processing claims for our employees, trying to give a personal touch, but also protecting against the frivolous and fraudulent claims, too, which cost the county a lot of money. So again, I want to thank the commission and to Commissioner Baker McCormick, Mrs. Reed, and Shirley and I will hopefully continue to do a good job here for the county.
Thank you. Thank you again for all that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner, for that outstanding recognition of our outstanding employees. For Shirley and Tracy, thank you for all that you do. I think sometimes when you're in public work, you think it's a thankless job. So it's very important that we give you your kudos and thank you for all the hard work that you do for the citizens of Wayne County. So thank you for being on the call today and keep up the great work. We truly value you and appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner, again for this wonderful acknowledgement of our fantastic employees. Thank you. I will take a motion for the testimony resolutions if we haven't already done that.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Anyone wish to abstain? Okay, very good.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay. All right, next item, please.
We are on memoriams. There are 3 names listed.
Okay, Commissioner Kaniza, did you want to speak to Mr. Miller? And I don't think, but okay. Commissioner Dobb, I see your hand is up.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to express my condolences to someone who made a big impact upon my son's life. While my son was in high school, he was on a youth target shooting team, and his coach, Joe Caffarelli, was a mentor to him. Coach Joe's father, Richard Caffarelli, passed away at the age of 94 last month on January 8th. Richard Caffarelli was a U.S. Army veteran, having served in the European theater during World War II. He dedicated many hardworking years as a longshoreman and was a past Grand Knight with the Knights of Columbus in Orange County, New York. And at the time of his passing, he was a constituent of mine as a resident of Canton. He will be missed by his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner, and please submit that to the clerk, please.
Well, I will, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would just like to, in memory of Abana Hogan, just thank God for her and what she did for our community. She was just everywhere, always taking pictures, always supporting the city of Detroit and all the surrounding cities where she went. So I thank God for her and the work that she did while she was here. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'll also give a word about Abna Hogan. She was actually a neighbor of mine, doesn't live too far from where I live. Her last employment, she retired from the county clerk's office. And as you said, she was everywhere all the time throughout Wayne County. You know, I'm gonna very much miss her saying, you know, that's my commissioner when we would go out, and then she would always say, I'm here representing your county clerk, Kathy Garrett. That was her line. So Abana will sorely be missed throughout our community, all through Detroit and Wayne County. A big voice, a big heart, and you know, it's just another tragedy that we've been experiencing. So I just want to thank God for her life and keep her family lifted up in prayer. When the arrangements are made, I'll make sure everyone knows when they are. I think they should be solidified this afternoon for anyone who would like to go to the viewing. I'll let you know of those arrangements. I see Commissioner Cormick, Varga, then Talamera.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I too just wanted to acknowledge Abana Hogan. She and I go back to the beginning of the Community Coalition days. And when over the 10 years that I ran, she would tell me constantly, you know, you need to just stay in your district, Monique. Stay in your district. So she was a real coach, and she could be hard on you at times, but Abana, she was real. That's what I can say about her. Queen Abana Hogan. She will be dearly missed. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Absolutely. Commissioner, I'm sorry, who was next? I missed my little screen.
Varga.
Varga. So thank you.
Thank you.
Go.
I have the honor of memorializing Dr. Alan Lee Cushenberry today. He was a very important person to me and several others. Our former colleague, George Cushenberry's brother. I'm not sure if George is on the line. He was trying to be present, and but I wanted to make sure that he had the opportunity to be with us if he possibly could. George, are you on the line? Maybe not. But anyways, God bless Mr. Cushenberry's soul.
Thank you, Commissioner. And we'll keep our former colleague lifted up in prayer. Commissioner Vice Chair
our former colleague, Commissioner Cushenberry, isn't on the line. At least he has a pack of matches that he used to distribute that'll be with us today. And I'm so sorry about the passing of your brother, George. Also, I wanted to let everybody know of a passing of a friend of many of ours, actually their daughter, the chair of the Michigan Liquor Control Commission and a former colleague in the State House with many of us, Pat Gagliardi's daughter, Adele Gagliardi, passed away yesterday from cancer. It's awful news. Pat and Deb are in our prayers. And if any of you want to reach out directly to Pat Gagliardi, I'm sure he would love to hear from you. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Anyone else for memoriams that like to offer a name, please? Okay. All right, well, at this moment, let us please take a moment of silence for all of those that we've lost, all of our loved ones and those that we've lost. A moment of silence, please. Thank you all. And we ask again that we keep everyone's family and friends lifted up in prayer. Thank you. Next item, please.
Reconsiderations.
There are none. Next item.
Remarks by members.
Okay, let me go first, please. If you have not submitted any changes to the rules, please do so by end of day tomorrow to Felicia. I would like to plan a meeting next week, so please stay tuned for when that meeting will take place. As you recall, our rules are in place for 60 days, so that will give us until March 8th. So, is that correct? March 8th. So please submit any rules, changes, or things that you would like to add by tomorrow to Felicia. Also, I would like to turn the floor over to our clerk for a moment. Before I do that, let me just say this. As you know, we've been understaffed for a bit, and I think it's important that we do some restructuring of our current staff by adding additional employees to our commission and Pam shop. So I think it's important that I know a lot of people in her shop, from Joe to Octavia to Makisha, everyone's been kind of multitasking when it comes to our extra committees that we have, such as the Arts Committee, such as the Zoo Authority, such as the Ethics Board. So we have hired one person that's going to handle all of our extra auxiliary committees that we have, and I'm proud to say that we've interviewed a lot. We've chosen someone who is going to be excellent, and Pam, I'll let you introduce her at this time.
Good afternoon. I'd like to introduce Gagni Kangara, and I hope I got it right. So she is new to my office. She started on Monday. She is a welcome addition. She is a legislative research assistant, and as Chair Bell stated, she will clerk all of the auxiliary meetings that the commission clerks. And she is very familiar with the commission and the processes and procedures as she comes to us from Commissioner Dobbs' office. So welcome aboard, Gagni.
Okay, and if she's here, I don't know if she is here. If you are
She
here,
is.
if you
She
could say a word. So normally we would see you in the chambers, but since we're not on chambers, we'll have to settle for Zoom. So if you'd like to say a word, there she is. Agneet, if you want to say hello
Hi.
to everyone. Know your face.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you, Chair Bell, and thank you, Pamela, for that great introduction. Yeah, so like the clerk just said, I'm coming over from Commissioner Dobbs' office. So if I look familiar to anyone, maybe you've seen me around. I usually worked in the district, so I'm getting used to sort of how things go in the offices, and I'm excited to learn more and to serve the commission to in a different capacity. And I'm just I'm just really happy to be here. And thank you everyone for the great introduction.
Look forward to you being on our team. And just so that everyone else will know, we are in the process of hiring 2 additional attorneys as well. So as soon as those are confirmed, we'll introduce you to those when they come fully aboard. And again, Rules Committee, if you have anything to add to the rules, please submit those to Felicia by tomorrow. Okay, so I have a list. Let me see if I can find my list of people who wanted to speak. Commissioner Dobb, did you already spoke? That's an old list. Okay. All right, well, just go for it. Raise your hand just raise your virtual hand like this if you want to speak. All right.
Madam Chair?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. And welcome, Gagny. That's a nice surprise. I didn't know you were joining us. That's great. I just found this out this morning, let the commissioners know and wish the best to our engineer, Beth Taylor, whose last day is in the county tomorrow. She's moving over to the Road Commission of Oakland County. Unfortunately for us, which is a good move for her. So I just wanted to wish her the best. And I think I can speak probably for all my colleagues that you've been delightful to work with and a real asset to the engineering group. So good luck, Beth. She lives in my neighborhood, so hopefully I run into her.
Thank you, Commissioner. And I see Commissioner Vice Chair Pro Tem Baidoon hand.
Yeah, Madam Chair, all of you received an email from a Wayne County resident complaining about the process for the CPL, in the clerk's office. I don't know if there's anything that could be done. I know we're in a COVID environment, but I just thought I'll mention it and see what are the thoughts from our colleagues here. I mean, this person sounds like he's very upset, obviously, but just wanted to throw it out there and see what the comments are from our colleagues, if any. If not, I know it's not in our hand, but just wanted to address it.
Yes, so what I asked our government operations chairwoman Dobb to do is to reach out to the county clerk and have a conversation about this at an upcoming meeting. I know we put money in the budget to help assist with the fingerprinting, so just to get an update on where we are and if there's anything extra that we need to do to assist in that process. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Just go ahead and Vice Chair Palomero.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also would like to extend my best wishes to the 2 departures that were announced today. First, to Beth Taylor. I always enjoyed saying that I work quite well with Elizabeth Taylor, and the fact that you did such an outstanding job, you did a credit to that great name. So thank you very, very much. Also, and I hope Brian Peters is still on the meeting. Brian, it doesn't seem possible that Commissioner Basham can have an office without you there. You have been such a dynamic duo with Commissioner Basham. It is definitely a big gain for Brownstown Township and a loss for our floor. It always seemed like if in order to do his job good, Commissioner Basham ever had to be a devil's advocate or a skunk at the picnic, you were always there, Brian, with angel's wings and a fresh bouquet of flowers to let us all know that things are good and happen for a reason. And that you're getting this new job is also happening for a good reason for the people of Brownstown. I'm happy for you, and I wish Commissioner Basham all the best in filling your very big shoes. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. I found my list. Commissioner Clark Coleman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to mention that I did reach out to our newly appointed sheriff, Ray Washington, and he will be attending my upcoming public safety meeting on this Wednesday at 11 a.m. And I'd like to invite any of the board members who would like to join us. He's just coming in for a meet and greet. And if you'd like to be online to welcome him or share any concerns you might have, you're more than welcome to attend my meeting, public safety meeting at 11 o'clock on this Wednesday.
Thank you, Commissioner. That'd be great for him to address the committee and, like I said, a meet and greet. So thank you for that. Commissioner Varga?
Thank you. During the budget process, we were able to make sure that the clerk would get extra staff, and Dwayne was supposed to, or someone from the clerk's office was supposed to send the request in writing to the executive so we could work on it. And evidently, because of the lateness or because of the election in November, for some reason, that request was never sent. So hopefully it will be now, and then I will work with the administration to try to get some of those positions filled that she desperately needs. So I'm sure it's because of the COVID and everything else that's been going around that it was not fulfilled, but it was our intention during the budget process for her to get more staffing for that. So we will follow that up in Ways and Means as well. And they have not implemented yet the equipment that we did approve for the fingerprinting. And I'm not sure why that was not done already. So between, I'm sure, Commissioner Dobbs' committee and mine, we'll get to the bottom of it.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner. Yes, thank you, and keep us posted as well. Thank you. Commissioner Dobbs?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't know why I'm having issues with the mute button today. I had a couple of things. I want to say good luck to everyone with their, their moves, and also to congratulations to Gagneet for her new position with commission staff. So proud of you. And I also wanted to introduce a new staff member on my team. She's with me part-time. Her name is Kim Bush Kolazar. She's going to be handling communications things for me. So writing my newsletter, posting things on social media, all the things that I'm bad at. So welcome, Kim, to the team. And then also to follow up on the CPL issues, I've also been having, I got the same email that everyone else did from the one person, but I've received a couple other calls and emails from people in my district complaining about the wait time. I went on to the county clerk's website and pretended to make an appointment. I didn't actually make the appointment, but the earliest I could get in was December 28th of this year. So I am going to be working with the clerk's office and with Commissioner Varga, and we will keep everyone updated. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Vice Chair Palomero.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am so sorry to come back a second time, but I do want to say two quick things. Number one, congratulations to my son, who last week had his second child. They have a 3-year-old daughter, now a 1-week-old boy named Jack Raymond Palomera. He and his wife are thrilled. She's a school teacher in Groseal, and we're excited for them. That's my 5th grandchild. And lastly, tune in at 1:30 today, where it is very hopeful that Governor Whitmer will announce a resumption of contact sports for schools next week. So stay tuned. Hopefully that good news is coming from Lansing.
Oh, God.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. And I will make one other announcement. on. I don't believe she's on Zoom, but I think she's on the telephone. I have an addition to my staff as well. A few years ago, I had an internship. She was a student at Bethune-Cookman College in Florida. She was a high school graduate of Renaissance High School in Detroit, and she's now graduated from college. And now she is admin in my office. Her name is Chanel Carter. So I do see her name, but I don't think she is on Zoom. If you are on Zoom, Chanel, you can show your face and wave at everyone so they can know what you look like. So when we do eventually go to the office, but I want to just welcome her and congratulate her on her graduation from college. And she is studying to be an accountant now to get her master's degree in accounting at Wayne State. So I look forward to you all meeting her when we can come back into the office again. So, and with that, do I see any other, oh, I see Commissioner Basham waving his hand. Commissioner Basham.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would just like to thank Commissioner Palmera for naming his grandson Raymond. It's always good to have another Raymond downriver. Thank you very much.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you, Commissioner. And with that, any other comments by commissioners, remarks by commissioners?
Madam Chair, I also would like to wish Beth Taylor the best of luck in her new endeavor. It was great working with her. She was amazing, and I wish her the very best.
Absolutely. Once again, Wayne County's loss is Oakland County's gain, unfortunately. But thank you, Elizabeth. You were wonderful, and we will hopefully get a chance to work with you again. So thank you for all of your hard work and dedication to Wayne County. Congratulations on your new position. And with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Meeting adjourned. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.